Okay, today I just want to share my views on a topic that I've seen on YouTube, and it was a very interesting topic about how to promote your music or online successfully. And I was listening to a guy online who was saying that you need to be very kind with your listeners, with your viewers, with your people in your network. But I disagree with that. I think that becoming a successful artist, a successful musician, has nothing to do with that. So the first thing, I believe, the very important thing that you need to focus on, I believe, would be your product. If you have a very good product, people will actually get interested in your product. And you need to have something attractive. For some people, it might be your personality. For some people, it might be the music, the way you sing. For some people, it might be the video that you put together. Something has to be attractive in what you do. And if you succeed in getting something attractive, because I would say that 80% of artists, musicians, are average musicians. Maybe even 90% of artists, musicians are average musicians. And you need to have something exceptional that will make you be one of the 5% or maybe less than 5% artists that have something exceptionally attractive. Okay, and I have seen a lot of artists who were unknown become famous. And what did they do? They did not build a specific relationship with the artist being kind, or specific relationship with listeners or viewers or fans. Okay, no, they didn't do any of that. Anything of that, they didn't. But they produced some music that was different from what most of people do. And for instance, I can name Justin Bieber. How did Justin Bieber start and become famous? He just posted a video online, or a couple of videos online, and that were not professional videos. Okay, so but he had something that most of artists did not have. He was very young, and he was very courageous, because at this age, young age, when he started, it was not easy. It's not easy for most I would say young people of that age to make music and publish music like that online. And it requires a lot of courage to be able to do that. So he did that. His singing was average, but he was courageous. He was young. So a lot of people noticed that, and they wanted to follow what he was doing. Okay, so if you have something that is attractive, could be either your music, could be your personality, it could be the way a specific video that you produce, the way you put your video together. Okay, something has to be exceptional, and then I believe the rest will follow. Not only customers, fans will be interested, but also a lot of traditional I would say gatekeepers of like TVs, radios, newspapers, some of these traditional gatekeepers who knows how to promote artists. They will end up paying attention to you and eventually supporting you as well. So in the case again of Justin Bieber, he had support of I believe it's Usher and many other famous artists who wanted to to collaborate and to work together. Okay, so networking is very important, and if you get into a network of people who know how the traditional medias work, you benefit a lot of that, of their experience. Okay, that's for sure you will, and I believe that is that's my view. I've been a musician for many years. I've produced a lot of music and a lot of shows, live shows, and I think that I don't complain. Being famous should not be the goal of anyone who wants to be a musician, or anyone who is a musician. Being famous is not necessarily the goal that you should be looking after. Okay, but it should be focusing on doing a good job. And if it happens that people are interested in what you're doing, they will come to you. But also, it's also important for you to see, okay, how you can network and go and meet people. Not only wait for people to come to you, but also you can try to meet people in the if you can meet people who have succeeded. Okay, successful musicians, that would be extremely helpful to do that. Okay, so exposure is very important. If you only get a little bit of exposure on Facebook, on YouTube, it's good, but it's not enough to make an artist a successful artist. So you need not only exposure, social media exposure, but you also need traditional media exposure, like TV exposure, magazines exposure, radio exposure. And when you combine all of that, that's what will actually make an effective, famous, and successful artist. Okay, so that's my view. Don't only think that you need to be kind with people on Facebook, on social media, and everything will end up adding up and end up coming together. No, this is much more complicated than that. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to this video, and I will react to more. Provide my feedback whenever I come across any important topics that can help my fellow musicians succeed.